Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another review. I'm about to save you a lot of money. A few days ago, I reviewed Clive X for men, and I promised you that I was going to come back to you with a very inexpensive, affordable option. So I'm here, and it is this Rasasi Ashaar for men, which I reviewed about 5 years ago, and maybe even earlier than that, probably 2018 or something. I'll put a link to the full review of both these fragrances at the end of this video. So, Clive X is basically an oriental fougere which smells like a sheep rib. And it's a very, very nice, complex, multi-layered fragrance. It's centered around rhubarb and pineapple with cardamom. So cardamom and rhubarb are the main notes. And then in the sort of middle, there's some florals, and in the base, there's a beautiful cinnamon mixed with vetiver. In fact, it's so complex. At one stage, it smells like a soliflor, a sort of a vetiver soliflor. And this one here basically tries to do that. So I've sprayed one each in each hand about 1.5 hours ago, because both the fragrances, when you spray them, take about half an hour at least to sort of cook on your skin, if you like. And during that time, it doesn't smell as nice. After half an hour, both of them start to smell amazing. So there are key differences, and I'll take you through them. So I'll put the notes breakdown of each fragrances on left and right. So Ashaar is basically, when you first spray it, when you first spray X, this is more herbal, more sour, more fizzy, and more complex and more finer. Lots of ISO super, because the perfumer behind this is Guy. Guy is very fond of ISO super. So there's plenty of ISO super in this fragrance. It's very light and airy and very expensive smelling, and very fresh and interesting and very thin, airy, ethereal. Okay, so that's how this begins. When you first spray Ashaar, you'll be met with a skanky oud, and you'll think, my God, have I made a mistake here? And that skanky oud is accompanied by a very nice aromatic cardamom. So that's the commonality. And then along with that, there is cinnamon and there is vanilla. So slightly sweet, very aromatic, very spicy, and skanky barnyardy. Light, little bit, not too much, because I wouldn't have been reviewing it otherwise. I do not like barnyardy smells at all. When this dries down, the Ashaar keeps coming closer. So initially it's about 25%, if that, similar to X, but then it starts to come closer. There's no vetiver here, but it still starts to come closer. And there's more oak moss here, and it's very smoky. The amber here is absolutely exquisite. Styrax, they've used Styrax here, and it's a brilliant amber. It's very sour, and there's a smell of licorice, which I could not find in the notes breakdown. And when I concentrated on Clive there's a smell of licorice as well, which is not mentioned in the notes breakdown. Or maybe the notes are playing a trick on my nose, and there's a smell of licorice, woody fresh, very, very nice, very warm, very beautiful smell. And I absolutely start to love Ashaar at that point, the 2-hour mark. It's also sour, so I felt as if there's green lime note in Ashaar, which is adding to that ambery, smoky, woody smell with spices, and then boom, lemony, sour. As I said, this starts sour, this becomes sour later on. And that's why there's more vetiver here, there's clear vetiver. That's why the similarities between these two fragrances, it becomes closer and closer. It starts off 25%, maybe comes closer to 75%, 3/4 of the way. And I'll tell you what, when it dries down, this is more nice. This is more interesting. This is more fun. It smells more expensive. And it also smells more attractive. It has more potential and it has more power. It's more powerful. So I attributed this to Sherlock Holmes. I attribute this to Muhammad Ali. Both fragrances are absolute statement makers. This is not a compliment magnet fragrance. This is a statement maker. This one is absolutely prim proper, expensive smelling. This is expensive smelling, prim and proper, powerful. Muhammad Ali. Lots of power. I really like this fragrance. Ashaar is quickly becoming one of my most loved and cherished cold weather amber fougere type fragrance, or oriental amber fougere. I'm loving this a lot. So, upsides and downsides. See, the biggest upside of this fragrance is its value for money. This is £40. This one is to £310, £300 for 50 ml, 100 ml, £40, 45, 50 maximum. It's a no-brainer if you like this kind of a scent signature performance. This one is twice as strong. You'll get the similar kind of performance, 8 to 10 hours, sillage, medium sillage, I would say. Longevity and projection, medium. Again, if you put lots on your clothes, you'll get more projection because this has got a lot of ISO super. This is more smoky ambery. So less projection, brilliant scent cloud, very high quality stuff, and double the longevity. You'll get 16 to 20 hours of longevity with this one. You might get longer longevity on your clothes with this one. So performance, I think Ashaar wins. Price, Ashaar wins. Creativity, complexity, definitely X. X is more expensive smelling, more notes play around, you'll get more facets. That vetiver is exquisite, amazing vetiver. But I was not expecting a vetiver soliflor. That's what it becomes for a while, and then it goes back again into the ambery oriental fougere sort of a dry down. This one, it keeps all the structure, all the notes intact, and is more interesting. This is more complex, this is more interesting. So, downsides, that's skank. If you don't like skanky oud, you'd get a little bit of skanky oud, and that'll stay for about 1 or 2 hours. It's gone now. So 1 or 2 hours you'll have to suffer a little bit of skank. Don't put it on your clothes because that skank can get glorified. And if it's warm, I think that skank will stay for longer. It's barnyardy smell. No skank here, absolutely not a problem. Any other downsides? Compliment factor. This has got more compliment factor. It's fresher, lighter, airier, more interesting, more interplay between notes. This is slightly more Middle Eastern, more smoky ambery, more oud, smoky ambery, barnyardy slightly. So compliment factor is better with this. You might get a compliment if this dries down and you're not wearing it on your clothes and somebody smells your scent bubble because it's very magnetic, apart from being very powerful. Which one exudes more power? Ashaar. Ashaar is twice as powerful. It's twice as businesslike, I tell you. So, seasons. Both can be worn in any season. This might be a little bit difficult to wear in summer evenings or summer daytime. You can wear this anytime. This is 12 months a year. No problem. Versatility. I wouldn't waste the sprays. This is businesslike, right? Both the fragrances are businesslike. But if you feel like it, you can wear this anywhere. For me, this is a business scent, both of them. And mostly when I'm doing one-to-one business interaction, serious matter. So it has that kind of a personality, without a shadow of doubt. I've covered all aspects, age groups. Both these fragrances are 35-40 plus. This is proper mature man's fragrance, or somebody who has tastes that are mature. And this is, again, my word of caution is, this is not an easy to wear fragrance, right? So don't think that this is a clone of a 350-pound fragrance. I'll go and buy it. Not an easy wear. So you've got to be cautious about that. I want to be very truthful with you, upfront and honest. That's my policy. This may be a good clone, but it's not for everybody. If you like the notes, if you like the structure, go and have a try if you can. I think I've covered all aspects. How many marks would I give to each? See, I can't remember how much I gave it when I did a full review. I'm going to grade that, if at all, if that's an upgrade. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. This is a very, very nice scent. Very, very well-made scent. Really worth the money if you are looking for a scent like that, a statement maker. This stays at 8 out of 10. Very well-made scent. Very interesting. Lots of complexity. Very versatile. I enjoyed it, but the price tag is prohibitive. That's the problem. But as I said in my review, once I run out of this decant, I'm going to get a full bottle because I quite like the scent. It's interesting. And this one, already got it, love it. It's grown in respect. I'm liking it even more because I've been wearing it 2 days on the trot and I'm liking this. I'm really enjoying it. It's really a very, very well made fragrance and it's very interesting. And the most important thing is the complexity and the density and the power it exudes. I really liked it. So I like both 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Just bear in mind, it's not for everybody, but if you're looking for a fragrance like that, if you like the notes I mentioned, go ahead and try it if you can. Hope you enjoy the review, fellas. Take care. Bye-bye.